I lost my sister in 2015 to addiction, and I've seen it ravage families from, the wealthiest there are, from doctors to lawyers to, lower class. Addiction does not discriminate. Poverty does not discriminate. Homelessness does not discriminate. And I think the stigma that goes with the lifestyle that some of us find ourselves in is just, it's terrible. And that's another reason why I do what I do, because, if I can reach one person by sharing my story and the things that I've gone through, then it's all been worth it for me. My name is Bridgette, and I'm a client support specialist in the women's shelter at Light of Life. Giving back and being a caretaker has always been a passion of mine, and I think Light of Life is an amazing organization. And I know people that have come through the program, and I love everything they stand for, and I was blessed with the opportunity to start working at the shelter. So much has been given to me through the path of my recovery that it's only fair that I give back. And Light of Life has just given me the opportunity to be able to help other people like me. And for that, it's a daily blessing. I try to relate them coming through to the day that I surrendered, and just try to meet them where they're at and know that this is probably one of the hardest things that they'll ever do. I know for me, one of my biggest struggles is asking for help. July 3rd of 2022, I celebrated 6 years clean and sober. It took me almost 40 years to get here, or 34 and a half years to get here. It wasn't easy. I started at a very young age and just went through a lot of different things. I had turned my back on God at a very young age, and I grew up young due to circumstances, and I moved out at 14. I had my daughter at 17. I went down my own path, and it was not a good path. And as the years went on, my addiction got worse and my circumstances got worse. It took me to places that I never dreamed of being. It's something that I remember daily, and it's something that I'm grateful for also, because if it wasn't for everything that I've been through, I wouldn't be where I am today. I chose the path that I went down. However, I didn't choose to be born in the life that I was born into. I didn't choose to go through some of the things that I went through, and I didn't choose the bad things that happened to me. There were some things in my life that was out of my control that I, endured, I went through, and I used drugs and alcohol to cope with that. When I was in the throes of things, community rallied around my daughter and helped her complete high school, and they were there for her when I couldn't be. They helped my mom raise my daughter when I couldn't be there, and they got me here. Somebody shared their story with me and told me that it was okay to ask for help, and it was okay to lean on other people. And still to this day, I lean on community. If it weren't for the women at Light of Life and my coworkers and just, other people like me sharing their story and reminding me, like, this is why we do what we do, I wouldn't do it, because it's not easy. It's hard to see, it's hard to feel, but I wouldn't change it either.